Spring in the rainforest is hot, so we spend a lot of our time down here by the lake, and this week we've been camping in our cabin by the water, making the most of the season. In the rainforest, it's our dry season, meaning that it's barely rained once in the past 6 weeks. This season on the farm can be difficult. The grasses can dry out, so the animals run out of food. We can run out of water in our tanks, and there can be a threat of bushfire. But it's also such a beautiful time of year. Summer's fruits grow overhead, endless sunshine makes the forest glow, and the water's reflection shines all the beauty. Down here by the water, everything comes alive. All creatures gather by the lake, appreciating the gift of water, and we do too. At this time of year, the goats get extra naughty. There is still a lot of grass and feed from the intense wet season this year, so they're spoiled for choice of paddock, but it's berry season on the farm, and this shapes their decisions the most. I always laugh that at this time of year, it's not me who decides which paddock to move the animals to. It's the animals themselves, because they will run as fast as they can and wait at the gate of the paddock that they want to go to, and you have no choice about it. Jabuticapas are their favourite, and they spend most spring days gobbling down as many as they can. And they're my favourite too, so I always make sure to bring a big basket and take some back to camp. Jabuticaba are a fruit from Brazil, and they grow directly on the trunk of the tree. These bright, shiny spheres have sweet flesh inside and are abundant in the springtime. They always fruit a bit randomly, sometimes earlier in the season and sometimes late, but we always know when because the goats will tell us. They can smell the fragrant scent wafting through the mountains before we do, and they run to their favourite trees straight away. They can fruit multiple times per year, and they're so prolific that we can never eat them all. They are the sort of fruit that just quickly loses its freshness after you pick them. So for this reason, they haven't really been commercialised. This always makes me remember what a special thing it is to be able to taste this flavour straight from the tree when it's so fresh and delicious. There are some ways you can preserve them, into jams or even into alcohol. I would love to make a jabuticaba wine from them, but I'm a bit scared of fermenting alcohol, so I think I'll have to do a bit more research first. Today I'm making a fresh jabuticaba juice, so full of flavour with fruit that was still growing just 10 minutes ago. This is the first time I've ever made this juice, so I'm so excited to taste it. We just want to quickly thank the sponsor of this video, Anker. While we're camping, it's so nice to have a few luxuries of modern life with us, and we have the Anker SOLIX C1000, which is a portable power station, so we're able to have power at our fingertips and bring kitchen accessories so we're able to cook feasts while we're camping. I think that's what it's all about, being able to bring a few luxuries from the modern world into your life as you're camping. We also have the Anker SOLIX Everfrost 2 40-litre electric cooler, which, no joke, has changed the way that we camp. It has up to 4.3 days of everlasting cooling, which means that even on the hottest spring days in the Australian rainforest, we're still able to have frozen ice in our cooler. In Australia, we call coolers eskies, but in New Zealand they call them chili bins, so we're not the ones with the weirdest names, I swear. But as kids, we would always go on really long camping trips, and it was always my job to clean the esky. And after a few weeks camping, when you're replacing the ice and it mixes in with the food and then you have to replace the ice again, It slowly gets so disgusting, and that job of cleaning it is so gross. So you can probably tell I'm pretty excited about this upgrade. It all stays cold without ice, so there's no disgusting job of cleaning at the end, and all of your food always stays fresh. When you finally do run out of battery, there are 4 ways to recharge it. You can recharge it by car socket, by solar panel, or by wall outlet, and all of those methods only take 3.6 hours to fully recharge to 100%. Or you can even recharge it by USB-C, which takes 5.5 hours. It's super fast at cooling too, so in just 15 minutes it can go from 25 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius, and you don't have to worry about any of your food spoiling. You can set the temperature yourself, which is great if sometimes you have vegetables that don't need as low a temperature, but then other times if you've got meat or dairy or something that needs to be kept very cool, you can change it accordingly. Or you can even keep it at freezing temperature and have ice on hand, which on these hot spring days is my favorite because you can have the luxury of a cool drink or an iced coffee and really camp in luxury. It's really easy to carry, so you can move it around your campsite with ease. The wheels are big 6-inch wheels that can overcome obstacles on rough terrain, and it has ergonomic handlebar design, which is easy to grip and pull the powered cooler anywhere. And you can control it all from an app, which is super great because you can check in on what temperature it is or how much battery you have left, all from your phone. You can even remotely switch modes or change temperatures from afar. This cooler has made it so we're really able to live our best lives while camping. We're able to indulge in the joy of cooking up feasts while camping, which is such a luxury. Sometimes when your cooling system isn't great, camping food can be pretty boring. The amount of times that I've just eaten cold beans for nights on end has made me never want to eat beans again. But now we're able to eat feasts every day with fresh food, and we don't need to worry about anything spoiling. And we can even have leftovers and then store them for the next day. You can check out the link in the description for more information, and thanks again to Anker for sponsoring this video. While I'm here camping, I'm utilising the time in nature to finish my bamboo camper build. I wove another roof panel, which is going to look so pretty. I made it a wider weave so that on a clear night you can look through and see the stars. And then it was finally time to make my ladder. I've never made a ladder before, and to be honest, I was pretty scared because it really has to work, otherwise it's going to break on me. I'm not using any screws or nails, instead just bamboo pins, and I think it will be strong enough. This ladder will help me to get to the top story where my bed will be. Then it was time to test it. Oh, it's making creaking noises. I think it's okay though. I've been putting the camper on and off a lot every time I need the truck tray for farm work, and it's still lightweight enough to move with just me and Mum. I'm gonna test it all out and see if it all works. I'm very excited. It holds. This angle I think is too slanted upwards, so I need to bring it down a bit, but I'll just cut these off later. And I think that will fix it. But apart from that, perfect! I like how this weave is smaller. So it means that sun will come through here, but then this is kind of like a privacy shade. And then this side's all open, so you can watch the stars, watch the sunrise. There's a certain slowness when you camp that always inspires me to bring this mindset with me every day. Your tasks are simple but important. Light a fire, cook food, and on the farm, harvest fresh spring fruit. This simplicity combined with the necessity gives purpose. The crackle of the fire, the pluck of the fresh fruit, in the simple sounds of nature, there is so much softness. Okay, I'll get this ready and then I'll get the tempeh cooking. I don't know how hot. You know how it's always slow. Tempeh gado-gado was our opa's favourite recipe. He grew up in Indonesia and he loved it so much. He used to make one with all of the fruit from the farm, but we don't have any jambu in season right now, so we're going to replace it with apple instead. But we have a lime fresh from the tree. Oh,
smells so fresh. Nice fieldy harissa. Yes! Are you done with it? I think so. For now, I'll go and get it. It's always hard to get the pan really hot for cooking, so I kind of do this cheat, which is hold it right on the coals. Can you chop it really fine, like a spice? Okay. Hear that sizzle? Nice. I know. What do you think? I think so. It's sizzling. Yum!
Time moves so slowly when you're camping. Our days are filled with bamboo projects, and our only task is just floating on the water. We spent so much of our childhood down here by these waters, and camping always reminds me of those tiny versions of us playing all day. I think camping lets you get back to that child again. It lets you slow down and all the worries of adult life just kind of fade away. Mum and I have also been doing a lot of weeding in the springtime. At this time of year, the devil's figs flower. They are an incredibly invasive weed that are terrible for the environment. And after they flower, they send out heaps of seeds, so lots more grow. So we've been trying to get rid of every single last one of them, but it's hard work.
A spring weeding outfit has to include leather boots for snakes, long denim jeans so that the snake's fangs can't get through, a long shirt so that you don't get sunburnt because the UV is so high right now, and dark coloured clothes to make sure the ticks don't get attracted to your clothing. You can't wear white.
I pull the smaller ones out with this special tool that we have for weed pulling, and at the same time, any of the ones that are too big for pulling out, Mum chainsaws down, so then we can come back when the root system shrinks. This back valley of the farm is deep rainforest, and so many beautiful native plants thrive here. But the wildness of this valley means that also so many weeds thrive here.
This is just one big devil fig that's massive, and it looks like a whole forest of them, but it's just one.
They can grow into huge trees like this, and even bigger if you miss them, so we're carefully trying to remove every single one. One day we'd love to fully regenerate this valley, and every weed pulled we feel a little closer to this goal.
Come up here. We lost the camera somewhere. There's a whole web of funnel web nests there, the most deadly spider in the world. We've got the chainsaw stuck in a devil's fig because we were rushing it, and there's so much lantana that we can't move. We made it out of the bush, which is very exciting. I didn't know if we'd ever get out of there, but we just want to thank our Patreons for all of your help in our journey, because honestly, it's you guys that let us regenerate the bush, so we're forever grateful.